All right, yo, what's up, gang? Coming back at you with another video. And I did a little thread on the DBZ Dokkan Battle Reddit about how we feeling about Big Daddy Namek Goku. And it's actually got a lot of mixed reviews, I'm not going to lie. Like, there's people in here saying he's mid, some people saying he's good, some people are like on the fence about him. But yeah, I thought I'd do like a little quick community reaction video. Because I mean, personally, I thought Namek Goku was pretty good, at least from the showcases I ran in my experiences. Yeah, he's actually pretty good. He's not, you know, what people wanted him to be, but I think he's pretty good. So yeah, I'm gonna get into this real quick. All right, so Goku Black Rose, I think he's great. I've yet to see him fumble or underperform in a stage. Cleared all the new red zones. Goku comfortably in slot 1 until I wanted Vegito to end the fight. I mean, he can comfortably sit in slot 1 until his guard wears off, and that damage reduction just isn't enough. So I hope you got those stacks in while you could, depending on what fight it was. If you use brilliant selection or brilliant section, if you use it correctly, losing the guard don't change anything. He has surprised me. He's much better than I expected. Yeah, I agree. If you use him correctly, losing guard, I mean, in slot 1, yeah, that's going to mean a lot unless you have like just top tier, like, you know, support around you. But I don't know, man. Some of these bosses are just hitting too hard and now they're critting too. So losing that guard, in slot 1, he's not the guy. Like I said, it depends on the fight and how many stacks you get in. Then someone says he's fine, completely usable in content and should age okay. Should he have been better? Yes. Not only because he's the most iconic moment in anime, but also because the main teams he's on are stacked. It will constantly get buffed, so even if he hasn't aged out, the teams will just have better units. Yeah, that's true. That's power creep, my friend. Goku's good for the now, but how good will he be in like 6 months? You know, because like, yeah, it's true. Like, Super Saiyans are constantly getting buffs. I do want a new Namek lead. I mean, the lead, it probably could have, if they really wanted to, make like a Kaioken Goku from the fight when he was facing Final Form Frieza. Make that like a 220% lead and we're in business, baby. He has most of his damage reduction locked behind slot 1 and already takes a lot of damage from supers, so barely surviving. We still got, what, 6 more red zone fights incoming and 3 of that new SBR mode. We'd be lucky if he survives this celebration, let alone till Tanabata. Hey, I mean, we're just gonna have to wait and see. He's good now, but, you know, some units actually stood the test of time, so I guess we'll see. He can perform, but they held back a lot. It saddens me because it's one of the most loved units of all time by the community. And myself, Isaac K. They didn't fumble the year 5 and year 6 EZAs, but until I see the details, I won't be happy for them. Well, okay, this is what you got to remember, bud. They're worldwide download celebrations. And yeah, they're good for a time, just like Buhan and STR Vegito. At that time, they're able to tank hits, but now they can't take these hits. Like, you're lucky if you build them up enough to where you get a lucky turn and you can get them into like their best situations. But yeah, I mean, Buhan and Vegito aged out within a year, so I'd probably expect the same for maybe for Namek Goku. Full power Frieza, depending on if he gets more buffs for, you know, his team, he should actually age a lot better, if I'm being honest. And then all they have to do for the 7-year LRs is give them some hefty damage reduction in both forms, especially pre-transformation. I can agree with that. Let them keep their guard for minimum 6 turns, if not infinite, increasing the crit chance per rainbow. Letting them create rainbow orbs or greatly stacking would be nice, but I'm not sure if those would be necessary with their increased base stats from EZA. We'll have to see. Year 7 LRs were so busted, it would be hard to mess them up. Okay, wouldn't be hard to mess. You would think, right? Wouldn't be hard to it would be hard to mess them up. You would think, but if Dokkan wants to shaft a unit, they'll shaft them no matter what. They don't care who it is. Although since it is an anniversary LR, it would be in their best interest to not shaft them. I'm cool with the damage reduction pre-transformation, keeping their guard. I don't really care about the crit chance, to be honest. Although I would say when they're transformed, give them like guaranteed dodge and like give them guaranteed dodge for 1 turn. Give them the AGL UI Goku treatment. Give them guaranteed dodge in slot 1 for like 1 turn. Even though they're not dodge units like UI, just give them the slot 1 dodge just for 1 turn. Like, why not, dude? Make them fun. They were fun on release. Make them fun again. It's Dokkan. I'm sorry, but I don't trust them, and I won't celebrate for the 7-year EZAs until I see them. They fumbled who was probably the most beloved unit in Dokkan history. Being good is not enough for a worldwide download celebration EZA. But yeah, the 7-year ones are way harder to fumble. Goku and Frieza were just 2 balls of stats at the end of the day. Still not fully hopeful. Dokkan seems to be very scared of success when EZAing defensive stacking units besides physical boot tanks. Okay, I can agree with being good isn't enough, especially for like these major celebration units. Okay, let's be fair. How many major celebration units do we get in a year? So exclude 10th year because we got 3. We're getting 6 altogether, but it's mainly just been 2. So it's anniversary, you get 2. Tanabata, you get 2. Worldwide download, you get 2. So 6 LRs out of the year. Yeah, why not? Like, why fumble 6 like premium celebration LRs out of the year? Physical boot tanks, yeah, he's like I said, he's a little bit of a fish now, but you put him in a good situation, everything goes good RNG wise, and he can still be pretty solid. Titan Master OG, they need more characters for the Namek Saga. Feels like they have nothing. Yeah, that's true. I mean, we're due for a Namek Saga celebration soon. We haven't had like a full like official one since like 2021 when the Goku and Frieza came out. So yeah, that was like 2021. Excellent Koala says Dokkan has always been skittish with stacking units, especially those with greatly stack. They could have just gave Nameku a simple stat boost and call it a day, but instead they gave him almost everything. Big damage reduction, guard, and loads of additionals to stack with. Even his super attack got massively buffed. I know some wish he was better, but let's be real. He was never going to live to the high expectations the people gave him. That's fucking facts, Koala. That's fucking facts, bro. People, just because, and there's a lot of bias with this unit, I can tell, because a lot of people said this is their favorite unit from the most iconic moment in the series. So of course they held higher expectations for him. And when the kit didn't exceed their expectations, they just automatically went to, this he fucking sucks. Like, Goku sucks balls. Like, no, it's just the community, they just have their expectations held too high sometimes. Rightfully so, but at the same time, it's like, it's Dokkan. Like, it's Dokkan. That's all I need to say. But yeah, this is an excellent fucking point right here. I'm gonna go ahead and upvote that for sure. Let's see. Yep, this is a great fucking point. He's a great unit. I'm not going to take that away from him. He's a great unit for sure. Whack Tag says, have been using him all day since yesterday and he still hasn't died on me once. What an absolute unit. Akatsuki, give him and Frieza equips on the same level as the Annie units and my life is yours. Yeah, I'm wondering, will they give these guys equips? That'd actually be pretty dope. Okay, love is stacking, incredibly useful for longer games. It's facts. A lot of the fights have been longer, so it's a great way to utilize that stacking. And then Necox91 says, I think YouTubers are clowns. They're unable to read and they go like, oh my OMFG. Why can't I read that? OMFG, he cannot tank a 6 million super turn 1 slot 1. Spoiler. He can tank Gogeta's super. It's a great EZA with good damage and good tanking. Okay. On his first turn, I wouldn't say that. Maybe with some stacks in. Yeah, and plus like Gogeta, he's type disadvantage, so of course he's going to naturally do less damage. But I'm not taking that away from him either. That's a good point, right? I feel like they have a vendetta against him because I see them claim he's not good enough because he can't tank a 5 million boss turn 1. The stacking unit that has a super attack and has to be hit to build up can't tank a 5 million. Yeah, I mean, you're right. Our selection, that's right. Of course he's not going to be good turn 1. He's just like, the stacking units, they have to build up. That's the whole point of a stacker. Yeah, I mean, I agree. That's an upvote right there. If we had, and random anime name says, if we had gotten a new Nameku, I would have been fine with him. But the only Nameku rep during 10th anniversary should have been a top 5 god like UI and Evo Easy A's. True, you could say that, but who knows? We might be getting an even better Namek Goku this year. Who knows? I mean, we're due for another Namek Saga celebration, so it's 2025. Like, who knows what Dokkan's got up their sleeve? But I anticipate we're going to get a Namek Saga celebration this year. We haven't had one in like 4 years, a proper one in 4 years. 6 turns of guard, 20% mitigation, additional supers for 4 turns after tanking an attack, 70% chance for another in slot 2 and 3. He's really damn good IMO. Yes, he needs to stack to become a true wall, but in slot 1, he still gets 50 mitigation for all attacks after he attacks. No, you're not overlooking anything. It's just, like I said, like people have been saying, a lot of people, that's their, Namek Goku's their favorite unit, and they had higher expectations. So when he's not meeting those expectations, they just want to say like, oh, he just fucking sucks. That's not true. He doesn't suck. He's not better than Frieza, in my opinion, but he doesn't suck either. I like him. He works well on Vegeto's team with Super Saiyan 4 Goku. I had no problem beating the hardest content without items while using him slot 1, slot 2. Yeah, I mean, I beat the Frieza fight, no item run, with Goku. Like, Goku, I mean, Namek Goku finished the fight, but I gotta admit, UI Goku, with all those slot 1 attacks that Golden Frieza was doing, UI Goku came through. He dodged all those fucking attacks. Like, I couldn't account for a better run like that. That's what I need UI Goku to do all the time. But Namek Goku, he cleaned up that fight for sure. Yeah, you don't need a lot of these events, like, because our units are so powerful, we don't need items to beat them. And then El Sinji Oficial. I think it's wild that so much controversy stirred up from JP Twitter and a dude who sees a unit who wants to get hit and do as many additionals as possible and goes, yeah, full dodge is the way. Well, I know in one of my videos, I was fighting full power Frieza, not full power Frieza, Golden Frieza, and I put Nameku in slot 1. He tanked the first super for like 334k, right? But if okay, so Frieza, he supered twice in that turn. I'll pull up the clip. I have it, but Frieza supered twice in the first slot. Goku ate the first one for 334k, and then Frieza was gonna super again, but Goku dodged it because I have him on a full dodge build, mainly a full dodge. So with that being said, I can personally attest I would have lost that fight if Goku didn't dodge that second super. So full dodge on this character is the way. I mean, he's already an int unit, so he's just going to get additional dodge anyway. Like, it's not hard. But I can fully attest I would have lost that fight if Goku didn't dodge that second super. So I don't, El Sinji Oficial, I don't know what you're trying to insinuate here, but full dodge is the way on this character. I can agree with that. And I'm not just some the truth, cum guzzler, but hey, I mean, I have the footage, so I'll put it in the video. I have the footage, so you can see it for yourself. Okay, so we're gonna get, not gonna get all the additional defense, but Goku still has his guard up and his damage reduction, so he's straight. Ooh. Okay, and you can debuff too. That's nice. So after these stacks, I'm not expecting Goku to take anything. Like, this actually might be a goated turn right here. Dang, you only did 1 additional? Yikes. I was expecting 2. But alright, let's see what he takes. Damn! That's still with his guard up. Come on, dodge this one. Oh, nice. He is good. I'm tired of people talking about hypothetical power creep future stages. On the stages we can play right now, he performs extremely well. Only stage that gives him some trouble is full strength Golden Frieza. But then again, who tanks that super in the first place? He tanked it for me. He tanked it. And yet, and it's not hypothetical power creep future stages. It's not hypothetical. It is going to happen. So it matters. Sure, he's doing well in the hardest fights now, but a true testament to a unit's viability is how long can he keep up in the current meta. You know what I mean? So yeah, future power creep stages, it does matter. It will matter when those stages come into play, and they're coming for sure. they're coming. Still seems really good, but he's no super easy A Buhan. See, now when people look at Buhan, they compare every other unit after him and then just think that he fucking sucks because they're not on Buhan level. I mean, I don't know what they were thinking with Buhan, I'm gonna be honest, but he seems like an anomaly. They didn't account for how good he would have been. But, I mean, hey, not every unit is gonna be a Buhan, and there's gonna be easy A's that are gonna be better than Buhan. Super easy A's at that. So, I mean, I don't know. That's not, I can see where you're coming from, Super Saiyan Ancient Being, but that's not really a fair comparison. Yeah, ain't no way you're comparing this Easy A to Buhan's Super Easy A. If you're going to do that for every Super Easy A, you're going to be very disappointed and dissatisfied. Exactly, because think about it. Namek, his stats are a lot, he has a lot higher stats and a higher threshold than Super Easy A Buhan. And of course, they're doing different things, but this is a super easy A. Think about it. Buhan, he doesn't have any, he doesn't raise attack or defense on a super. So he's just capped at whatever his passive stats are. But Namek, he can greatly stack attack and defense. And then on top of that, he's already getting his easy A, LR, passive stats and everything. Like, no, you can't compare the two. Like you said, yeah, I exactly agree. Dormant IQ, they're going to be very disappointed every time. They did make a mistake with Buhan. Angry Assyrian, they did make a mistake. Okay, and then what did I put? Yeah, I don't know who makes these Easy A kits, but whoever it is gave Buhan the god treatment, which they did, which gives off the impression that everybody after him feels underwhelming, which is true. I mean, that's basically what the community is saying. Any unit that's not on Buhan's level or higher just sucks. And that's not true. In my opinion, the biggest flaw with him is that on his release is not one of the best options on the team. Tech Vegito, AGL UI is a lot better being a year-old unit. Still, he is very good and can slot for the UIs when there is dodge cancel. AGL what? Blady? Oh, AGL UI isn't a lot better, but I mean, what can I expect? Look at it. Look at this. STR's Super Saiyan Blue Evolution Defender. Oh my gosh. Honestly, bro, I hope you're trolling with this one. You got to be trolling. I'm gonna give you an upvote, but you're trolling with this one, my guy. I prefer him over AGL UI any day. AGL UI is unkillable on first turn and revive, but this guy's unkillable literally every turn past turn 1. That's not true. AGL UI is unkillable if... Oh, so the only way AGL UI is unkillable is if he's dodging every attack and there's no dodge canceling phase. Sure, I mean, you know, you're going to miss that dodge chance and he's going to get one shot, but more times than often, UI Goku is literally unkillable. And I have the clip too. I put UI Goku because I knew all those supers that Frieza was going to be doing, bro. Okay, it's an easy 31 mil. Okay, so this all hinges on if UI Goku dodges, bro. If UI Goku misses any one of these dodges, it's a wrap. UI Goku, bro, just please, all you got to do is dodge. Just please. Just dodge for me, Goku, please. Okay, nice. Nice. Those are a lot of attacks, bro. Holy shit. Nice, nice, nice. Yes, Goku, yes. Oh, yes. Yeah, those are a lot of attacks. Honestly, if Goku took any one of those, he's fried, man. Like, you even heard it from me. If UI Goku takes any of those, he's fried. Come on, we're so close. We're so close. Come on, Goku. Yes. I just dodged the super. Yes. Oh, Goku. He's the guy. Goku's the... UI Goku's the guy, man. Oh my gosh. Whew, okay, this is the one time we didn't want you to fail, Goku. Alright, now. Nameku, just hit me with one more additional super. Give me one more, baby. Yes. We fucking did it. Let's go. Nameku, Shout out to you, my guy. Actually, no, UI Goku was the real MVP. He dodged all those attacks in slot 1. Ooh. That's how you fucking do it, baby. Nameku was gonna get his ass cheeks clapped in slot 1 if I put him in front of all those attacks. But UI Goku, he was the best play, and he dodged every single attack, able to get some extra damage in with UI for Nameku to come finish and clean up the fight. It just depends on the situation, you know. For slot 1, AGL UI is better. I mean, Nameku, he's a slot 1 and slot 2, but you want to utilize him in slot 1 first, just so he can get his additional stacks in as much, and then after his guard wears off, then you put him in slot 2. I mean, that's how you play that guy. Yeah, we're not. There's no. Yeah, we're not talking about no Super Saiyan Blue Evolution Vegeta. I don't want to hear it. He's okay. Small Brain 69. He's okay. Not bad, but certainly not amazing. I saw all the video of people using him in private servers and was hoping that maybe he'd perform better in the actual game, but nah. I mean, if I remember correctly, weren't the private servers bugged? At least with that guy. I mean, they might have fixed it, but my true assessment of him in the actual game, I think he's pretty good. I feel like he should be called that. Yeah, my title was Big Daddy Nameku, and yeah, he should be called that. The Ningen 812. All right. Let's get ready to read this fucking essay of a response. He is surprisingly good, as I had put him in the most brutal and difficult situations, and he still performed well. People say, but he doesn't provide nothing crucial for the team, or there's better options, in quotations. Tell me, does Vegeto's team need anything else? It is already one of, if not the most broken team, and we still haven't even gotten the new LR Part 2 headliners, which makes it even more insane. That's true. Vegeto's insane, so you can only imagine how much more powerful Gogeta's about to be. This Goku can carry himself pretty well as he links with most of the units you will run pretty well. True. People like to bring up the common argument of him losing his guard. What they don't realize is the reason they probably gave him a turn restriction for his guard was probably because one of the units you will always run beside him is the tag Goku and Vegeta. By turn 6, you will have 2 million, 50% damage reduction. And guard after that, you will fuse with Vegito and let him handle the rest. Yeah, true. You can even use the Vegito active, use the scouter to see where the super is, and then reset while putting Namek Goku away from the super and keep him stacking. Namek Goku can easily tank normals as well. That's facts. Also, if you're wondering why they made Vegito have the first breakthrough beyond 200% leader skills, it was because by giving his team more health, it also helps the units that could get caught and have more chances of surviving hard-hitting supers. That's true. You can also run LR AGL Super Saiyan 3 GT Kid Goku, who benefits from you getting caught and protects the rotation while healing you, while also supports the team. His purpose is not to perform better than the top 10 meta units like Beast Gohan, Tech Broly, Vegito. The purpose of his design is to be another option for the team that could work in a successful strategy against the harder hitting content of this game. He does his job well, so why are people upset? He isn't an anniversary LR unit, so it makes sense his Easy 8 isn't extremely powerful. Sure, I get the whole but Super Easy 8 Buhan is better argument, yet they just made Buhan an exception to Super Easy 8 not being overly broken. Buhan was a mistake, a good one, but still a mistake. The reason is because thanks to him, people talk trash about these LR Easy 8s. Fucking spot on, baby. The Ningen 812. This is a bro, you could turn this into like a fucking Nobel Peace Prize of an argument. That's gonna get an upvote because it's okay. The purpose of his design is to be another option for the team that could work in a successful strategy against the harder content of the game. Dude, literally, this is exactly what he is. You described this perfectly. You could have shortened this a little bit, but you described it perfectly with this one-liner right here. This is the one-liner banger. Like, yeah, exactly. I mean, he's not meant to be better than the meta characters, but he's meant to be run with units in a successful strategy, and he can hold his own. This is a banger of a response, Ningen. Shout outs to you, my boy. Underwhelming, needs better stats or permanent guard. Sure. Still worse than Frieza. Blady, another bro, I honestly can't take you serious when you put STR Super Saiyan Blue Evolution Defender. I can't take you serious, man. I can't. He's Frieza's good, but Frieza isn't gapping Goku at all. It's not like a huge gap, but Frieza is arguably better, yes. Iridon says, I'm just waiting to see the inevitable meltdowns when AGL Kid Gohan EZAs, and he ends up being better than him. Hey, I mean, he just might, honestly, he just might. That would be funny to see, though. Bro, the whole community would be in a meltdown. Quake NLD says he's fun, but his passive also holds him back from being good in the most strongest events. You need to build up his stacking, but he loses damage reduction. Sure, against Frieza, he's fun, guaranteed critting, but that's about the limit he has, which this unit is fine as long as you accept his shortcomings. Yeah, I mean, basically, he's like that it is what it is unit. He's going to put up really high defensive numbers. He's going to be guaranteed critting against Frieza, but shoot, whenever you're in fights you're not facing Frieza, it's like, how often are you getting those crits? Unless you put him like in a full crit build, which I would highly not suggest. Full additional, full dodge. That's the way you build him. Rizza, Tiz, everyone is underrating him way too much. It'll be nice when in a couple of months people realize how good he is. It's still baffling though. How do people see him getting 1 million plus defense before his guard disappears, 50% damage reduction, and think he's bad? Yeah, he could be better, but like, so can every unit that EZAs. It's not that I'm defending the devs saying like, OMG, no, you can't make him too strong like Buhan. Just that he's being underrated too much for how much he can actually do. Yeah, I mean, that's true. Yeah, I mean, he can tank well. Normals, he's not getting touched by normals. Depending on how much health you have and depending on the amount of stacks you have in, he can tank a super. Like, for sure, he can tank a super. It's just, when he loses that guard, it's getting a little scary out there for him. I'll say that. Especially in the first slot. Like, if you put him in the first slot and there's at least like one attack from the enemy, you better pray to God that's not a super attack. Because if he doesn't dodge it, he's getting fucking tagged. I don't have that much left. I'll kind of speed through this a little bit. Chris the Pro Cap says, I don't know. I've seen people have split opinions on this guy. I think he's just a great unit. I wanted to see how he performs on a double trio team. And he just smacks every event in the game fairly easy. Keep in mind, most of these showcase / teams people run on a double Vegito 220% lead don't have access to the massive trio support or support from Vegito himself. So he's practically getting no extra shit. If Gogeta comes out and he has a 200% lead for him in the trio, his performance is probably going to skyrocket. I can agree with that. Because with the trio, they're giving extra 77% defense. So that's going to be cool to see how it's going to look on Goku. Okay, Prisma Lane, I only have a 69, so my opinion of him may differ. Exact same power level I get from all the EZAs of Buhan. Main issue with him is that he needs to sit in slot 1 and get hit, and needs to super before he really gets going. This isn't a problem in his second appearance, but that first turn with him would be the scariest because he's really weak. Once his guard runs out, your best bet is to sit in slot 1, and I don't really think I need to tell you how terrible that is, unless you've really stacked his defense like crazy. Depending on the fight, it could be really easy or really hard. He's not dog shit, but he isn't going to blow your mind away. Also wish he could have had 50% damage reduction slot 2 or 3, would have allowed him to age better. I can agree with this. He's not dog shit, but if you would have had his 50% damage in slot 2, he would be fine. But at the same time, it's like, in slot 2, he's getting the additional chance to super attack. So as long as you're not just piling on 18 key supers, if you're just getting strictly 12 key defensive stacks, he should be fine depending on how long you are into the fight. And you're only sitting him in slot 1 for, I mean, let's be real, depending on the units, you're only sitting him in slot 1 for like 2, maybe 3 appearances. 3 at most, but 2 appearances is the most I'd let him sit in slot 1. And it also depends on the fight too. Coco the Dog says pretty mid, honestly. He's like okay, but he's still going to take a lot of damage turn 1 and after his guard runs out, especially if he doesn't stack enough. Great. Being able to have him hold down slot 1 while I build Vegito up has been helping my runs a lot. Yeah, it just depends on how you play him, honestly. He's solid. Okay, Johnny Walker, another STR Super Saiyan Blue Vegeta, man. He's solid. People comparing him to Go EZA status are overhyping him. People saying he's better than STR Super Saiyan Blue Evolution Vegeta are moronic. People saying he's trash are fools. People saying he's better than ST. I mean, hey, I must be a moron because I think he's better than STR Super Saiyan Blue Evolution Vegeta. See, the thing is, Namek Goku's kit is cohesive with what he is required of him. STR Evolution Blue Vegeta, his kit is inconsistent in the fact that he has so he has to super to build up, but he has a medium chance of doing those supers. Like, how often are you going to hit those medium chances unless he's like 100% activated, maximum additional? No, like for a normal player, I mean, for me, I'll get him like every now and then, but that medium chance really does hurt him. The STR Super Saiyan Blue Evolution Vegeta, that medium chance really does hurt him. Unlike Namek, yeah, he's a defensive stacker, so he's not going to be just outright, you know, the guy. But build him up, build the right situations around him, depending on the fight, if you can help it. Because I know some fights, like, you just can't help it. Like, if you get locked or you have to float him off. Goku, he's a defensive stacker, and his kit allows him to get those stacks in with ease. You either put him in slot 1, he gets hit first, he's doing an additional guaranteed. Put him in slot 2, he has a very high chance of getting an additional. You build him with the additionals, build him with the dodge. Like, just Nameku's kit is just very cohesive with what's required of the unit. STR Evolution Blue Vegeta, his kit is just fucking all over the place, dude. Like, I hate STR Evolution Blue Vegeta's kit. I hate it. But yeah, I do agree. He's solid. Mr. Bundy says if you use him right, he can be pretty fucking good. If you don't use him right, you will die. That's facts. All right, well, that's pretty much it for this video. I had to go over these reactions because I thought this is actually a pretty good thread. I wasn't expecting it to do like this good. Had a lot of comments, had a lot of engagement, which I like, you know, so it just shows how much the community cares about this guy. And yeah, I'd love to do a lot more of these reaction videos. So yeah, shout out to everybody who commented in the thread. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people had some great points. A lot of people had some pretty questionable points. Blady, STR Evolution Blue Vegeta Defender, very, very questionable. But yeah, overall, like, pretty good points. So yeah, thank you guys for tuning into this video. Hit that like button, comment, subscribe, and I will see you in the next one. Peace.